Hello, it's time for Flashback, the weekly history quiz. Let's find out what's happened in history. We'll start in 1914 when British and German soldiers stopped fighting and sing carols, creating a spontaneous Christmas truce, a much remarked upon event. So then, against that, from the Andes, the potato is introduced to Europe. It's slowly adopted by farmers and replaces cheese in the classic Jewish dish of latkes. Oh, that's fascinating. Yeah, it's always interesting how many foods that are now considered to be very much staples of specific European cuisines come from the New World, like tomatoes as well. 1560s, okay. A writer, Roderick Thorpe, has a bad dream where a man is chased through a building by assailants. It will become the basis for the film Die Hard. I don't know, sometime in the 80s, I guess. 88, yeah. Growing up, well, is this another case where, is that when he had the idea, or is that, yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Growing up singing for their grandma in New York City's Washington Heights, the Ronettes release a holiday classic called Sleigh Ride. I mean, sometime in the 50s, probably 50s or 60s, 63. Early 60s. On the day after Christmas, Hessians in Trenton try to fight off ragtag rebels led by George Washington, who just crossed the Delaware River. Well, obviously, that's the late 18th century, so I can put that here. Yep, 1776, of course. Okay. The chef Ruth Wakefield popularizes the chocolate chip cookie at her inn, which attracts guests like Joe DiMaggio. It's called the Toll House. Oh, right. Okay, so that's where we get that brand, Toll House cookies. Sometime in the 50s, I guess. Oh, 1930s. You can tell I don't know enough about baseball. Joe DiMaggio. Okay. China develops an early type of firework by throwing hollow bamboo shoots into a fire where they heat up and explode. Probably before the 1560s. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, well before 200 BCE. Wow. Okay. I guess that's the pre-gunpowder version of fireworks. It does say an early type. Mexico wins independence from Spain. The first U.S. ambassador to Mexico brings home a bright red flower that takes its name after his, Joel. Oh, Joel Poinsett. Right. Okay. So poinsettias. I didn't know that. Anyway, we'll put that here. Yes, 1821. Along the Gulf of Mexico, the Olmecs are among the first people to drink cocoa. Later groups will carve art showing the best part, the foam. Oh, that's interesting. It's probably somewhere in here. I don't know exactly when. Whoa, 1500 BCE. Wow. Okay. Well, got one wrong and, absolutely brutally got it wrong. I was about 2 millennia off. That's a really interesting fact. Should have been more. I should have thought about that better with the Olmecs. I was kind of on autopilot there. That wasn't good. Right. Well, I was in good company. More than half of people got this score range. So let's see what tricked people. Yeah. 75% of people got this wrong. I feel I shouldn't have, but I did. And that's how it goes. About a tenth of people misplaced the early form of Chinese fireworks. Just about everybody correctly placed the potato, which is no surprise. And similarly, nearly everybody correctly placed George Washington and his rebels. So nearly a fifth of people misplaced Mexico's independence. I wonder where that was most commonly put. About a tenth of people misplaced the chocolate chip cookie, which I could have if the timing was tighter than what it was, but fortunately didn't. Essentially, everybody correctly placed the Ronettes. That's no surprise. And then, yeah, similarly, essentially everybody correctly placed the idea for Die Hard. All right, well, there we go. That was the flashback. Got one wrong. Always a bit disappointing, but what can you do? Back next week with more of this. Bye for now.